Hi, everybody. Yesterday, I really dislike these glasses. Yesterday afternoon, after doing the dishes, I recorded a video of me making goulash. Came out great, by the way. But I did make several mistakes in the recording of it. I did, when I first started talking, mention several times it was going on Scottie's toy box instead of Scottie's playtime. I still make that mistake. The second thing I did wrong was on one of the videos I had Sam Cedar playing, and it was so loud. That was the mushroom one, where it was hard to hear me. It's a short video. You can skip it if you want. So I just had a beautiful, wonderful time doing it. I was very tired and sore by the end. That's the problem with cooking. I should have showed you the heights that stool goes. It is a super high one. You can to get to the point where you have to stand up on the rail on the bottom to sit on the seat. And I'm kind of a tall person, I think, 5'8". My legs are long, torso is short. But I didn't do that either, so maybe that's something for another video. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy it. Hugs. Hello, I'm Scottie, and I'll be posting this on Scottie's Playtime. I just got done doing the dishes, and Ron has asked me to make supper tonight. Oh, these glasses are so bent up. I'll be glad I'll be getting rid of them when I have my cataract surgeries starting next week. Okay. So the plan was to make goulash. Okay? And there's two ways to make a good goulash in my mind. You can make a very thin soupy one with whatever you want to put in it, and you can make a very thick one with beans and everything. I'm going to try to combine the two. This will be soupy with beans, and I'm not going for a tomato-based theme, even though that's normally what I make. So I'm going to be making a chili, or not a chili, I'm sorry, I got chili on my brain because that's what I really want to cook. I'm going to be making a goulash with the following ingredients. I'm going to stop the camera and turn it around. Okay, so again, Scottie here. This will be on Scottie's Toy Box. Alright, so I have 2 jugs of this. I'm hoping not to use very much of it. Here are the seasonings I'm going to try to use. That's some soy sauce beef juice. I'm going to use fajita, some beef bouillon, garlic, my favorite. I don't cook much without garlic. Just a dash of Mrs. Dash this, but a stronger dash of Mrs. Dash that. A little oregano, no basil, because this is not a spaghetti sauce, so I'm not doing basil. But heavier on this Vidaldi Complete Seasonings. That, if you've never tried it, has a wonderful smell and taste. It is like a complete seasoning. The other one I'm going to use, and that I like, is Everglades seasoning. All purpose. Everglades makes a lot of different seasonings. but their all-purpose is just a little weaker in some ways than the Everglades one, or than the Badaldi complete seasoning one is, but stronger in other ways. Ron didn't want to chop onions, so I'm going to use some minced onion, and again, a very small amount of cumin, or not cumin, Cajun. Yeah, because that can turn stuff sweet. So those are the basics, and then I'm going to draw heavily on beef broth. This is an experiment. I am not sure how this is all going to come out. And of course, what I'm going to put it on is a pound of noodles. Elbow noodles. Wish me the best of luck. It is time for me to put my creative hat on and get to cooking. But don't worry about my mind and thoughts. Even though I'll be focused on this, I will be listening to YouTube videos, and if I get bored with the news, which I never do, I will turn over to like Netflix or some other thing. Right now, Amazon Prime has the first season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and I'm finding it fascinating. Anyway, loves and hugs. Let me get back to this job. Oh, and you see the salt and pepper back there? I'll be putting that in too. Hugs. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, sorry, is I will be adding 1 pound of Hamburg. Sometimes I go heavy on the Hamburg, but with the price of meat going up and that, I mean, Ron and I shared a steak. Beef prices are like over $17 a pound. So, you know, kind of gotta save where we can. Hugs. Also, decided to put some mushrooms. Now, normally, Ron slices up big, thick mushrooms. But
who's not
these
voting
are
in person.
Bottled mushrooms.
Brian would have to send in, let's say,
they're not the same texture or taste, but I think they'll be okay for
pretty easy to make.
Okay, Scotty here. That's the beef. A little bit of tomato juice, a little bit of the tomato or the beef broth, and some of the rest of these seasonings, which I already went through. The only thing I did not put in is salt, because the rest of this has enough salt, and salt makes beef tough when you put it on while it's cooking. It's great afterwards, but while it's cooking, it needs to have no salt. Hugs. Okay, Scotty here. This will be on Scotty's playtime, if I ever get around to putting it there. This is all simmering. You can see how full the pot is. Ron loved the seasoning mix I used. Of course, it's no good asking me, because I use maybe 2 shakes of that and 1 shake of this or whatever. I just go on some kind of intuitive feel on how I think things should be. I let Ron decide how much beef broth and how much tomato he wanted in it, because quite frankly, this, I'm trying to make this to please him. Well, I love him. And I've always made the soupy ones with full jugs of tomato juice. I've never made a beef one, but after that experience of making that beautiful chili with no tomato at all, I've been convinced. So this has kind of got 50-50 here, or maybe 75. The jug is kind of light, but we'll see how it all comes out. Ron loves the flavor. I was going to put the seasonings away, and he said, hold off on that. You may need to add a bit more. So, but he's working out in the family room, and he came in and said, wow, I can smell that. Whatever you're cooking smells great. What better compliment can you get from your husband? Hugs. Because it bothers me to stand or sit or do much of anything for too long, Ron got me this wonderful stool. Adjustable height. I can sit at the stove. It's high enough I can see right down into the pots. Or I can do dishes on it the days that my legs won't support me. So I'm struggling here, and my back is killing me, and I was bent over, and all of a sudden I remembered, why am I torturing myself? I have my stool. So I went and got it, and now I'm going to sit on it and cook the rest of the supper. Hugs.